I'm with B.J. Goodmanson here in Marlinton, West Virginia at the Presbyterian Church. And she has made a number of films over the past several years, including her Mountain Mourning collection, which is several films on mountaintop removal. Do you want to share how you put that together and what it's about?
Well, Mountain Mourning, the feature film of that collection, was an idea of Alan and his group, Christians for the Mountains, where we actually took a script of a slideshow that our friend Dave Cooper had done. And we used his slides, and we threw together, spiritual music, passages of scripture, and various other things to do a 30-minute film, which actually would engage people of faith to actually look at the issue of mountaintop removal and look at it from a faith-based perspective. And the idea was then that they would go out and work within their faith community to try to build interest in people being active against the practice.
Right.
Yes, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, I think.
But that was but you were, as you stepped into this film, then you made another film because you had actually not seen mountaintop removal. Can you explain about when you went up to Caford Mountains, met Larry?
I had never seen it. So we arranged to go to Caford Mountain. A lot of people have been there and know where we're talking about. Larry was meeting with a group of people from Tennessee, I believe.
Larry Gibson.
That day, Larry Gibson. And he knew we were coming and knew that we wanted to film him and knew we were with Christians for the Mountains. And I think for 19 years, Larry had been waiting for somebody from the church to show up and say, we care.
That's right.
And I don't think anybody had showed up. So went up there, told him what we're going to do, and turned on the camera. And the first thing he did was look at me and say, what took you so long? And what do you say? Well, smack me down. I don't know. But anyway, we followed him up through Hell's Gate. And I went up to actually film the people's reaction as they saw this moonscape that's up on Caford Mountain. Well, I'd never seen it myself. Well, once I saw it, I literally, I just fell apart. I just fell apart. I really felt like I had been smacked down and couldn't hold the camera. So anyway, we actually did the filming that day, but it moved me a lot. And it wasn't just what was being done to the land and what was being done to all of the environment, but it was what was being done to the people that live on the land, with the land, and whose people are buried on that land. And to see what maybe the mining industry would like to call the collateral damage, that's the part that really hurts. And so, yeah, I cried all the way back to Greenbrier County and went home and changed all the light bulbs and, did all the thing.
And how much did you reduce your power by?
Our household with 2 teenagers reduced our power in the first 30 days by 30%. So people can do this.
Yeah.
People can do this. So that's what happened. We did Larry, and then we went to visit Maria Gano, and I think everybody kind of aware of her, won the Goldman Award, this year, and Maria, she's fabulous, but she took us to see a reclaimed mine site. Mining had not occurred on it for 27 years at that time, and except that it was green with Chinese weeds growing on it. It didn't look much better, or I didn't think, than when it did when they tore it up.
But you've met some really courageous and great people.
I really have.
Active and
I've met
local
retired coal miners, members of the United Mine Workers that are, that have been actively working against this practice. People living in communities that are living not only with mountaintop removal, but they're living with coal processing plants that are poisoning their water and fouling their air, depreciating their homes, and causing them to live in environments that are unhealthy all the way around. And they continue to struggle, and they continue to fight with great hope.
Yes.
with great hope. Yes. So you can talk about hope, but I think that's
Oh, they're
the real
inspiring.
message
They
here.
inspire. They
Mhm.
inspire us, and that keeps us hopeful. So hope is of course a Christian virtue, and out of hope comes that faith to step out and ultimately be obedient to what God has placed before us to do. That's take care of the earth, one another, to love. Not just ourselves now, but future generations to come. You know, this is a great privilege and a great responsibility to take care of God's creation.